It is very windy today, and when I have the rear doors open here of my Sprinter van, I'm always worried that the wind somehow catches them and blows them into an unwanted direction. In the WinnebagoRevelForum, link in the description below, we were discussing a few options to really stop that from happening. And there are for sure options that block the door from swinging back here at the hinge side. But I really don't like stabilizing these doors at the hinge side. First of all, because of the huge force that the doors will put into whatever is keeping them open. And also, anything on the hinge side might only stop the doors from swinging in one direction, but depending on from where the wind blows, not in the other. One user in the forum presented what I think is a much better option, a stabilizer bar. It attaches at the front of the door and then also on the van side. And that should really keep the door from swinging into either direction. And of course, the same one would go onto the other side. And this is just my prototype that I made from a piece of PVC conduit. I wanted to get the length right before I'm making a nicer one from a different material. And it's not that PVC is a bad choice. This 1/2-inch PVC conduit with a hook on either end will for sure do its job. But I think making them from aluminum is nicer and even more sturdy. Maybe even lighter. And this is 3/4 aluminum tubing I got from the Tractor Supply Company. I need about 40 inches, 40. Okay, I take that back. The overall dimensions are 40 or 41 from hook to hook. The aluminum tubing is just a little bit over 36.5. And I want to use these rubber coated hooks here also from Tractor Supply, I think. But of course there's nothing to screw them into. This is a hollow tube. And at first I thought I can just glue them in with some sort of epoxy or JB Weld or something. But I think I have a much simpler and easier and cheaper solution. And that is, of course, hot glue. I'm stuffing a piece of foam into the tube. This will act as a stopper so the hot glue won't run all the way down. Like so. And now I can just fill it up with hot glue. I mean, not the entire tube, obviously. Just as much as I need for the hook to screw in. I am not putting the hook in just yet. And while the glue dries, or I guess cools down, I can prepare the van. Of course, the stabilizer bar needs something to hook into, and on the van side, it can hook into the door catch up here. However, on the door side here, there's nothing. And I think it would be acceptable to remove one of those bolts and then put in one of these D-ring shackle things, these ones right here. However, I want to do it differently. Instead of screwing, I want to try gluing. I bought these stainless steel eyelets here, and then on the back I just put some 3M VHB tape on. And I think this is the same tape they use to stick airplane wings to the fuselage, so I think it will be fine in my application. And by the way, these catches here and the corresponding locks in the door, this isn't symmetrical. So really this stabilizer bar on this side can be a little bit shorter than the one on this side. However, the elongated hole on this side and the fact that obviously the doors can move a little bit in and out gives enough wiggle room that both stabilizer bars can be the exact same length. Instead of polishing or painting the aluminum tubes, I just put them in some shrink wrap. This gives it a really nice rubberized texture. here we go. And to dress it up even further, I bought these plastic end caps that will go onto the end of the pipe. Now I need to push a hole or punch a hole into them so the hook can go in. It's a little bit like mounting tires. Slip it on one side and it comes off the other. Now I need to put the hooks in, and this is again here my template, the one I was testing with, and I made this jig, so there's one thing on this side and one thing on this side, and then this one goes in here with the hook on this side, and then the other one on this side. So this has the exact length from hook to hook, and these wooden blocks make sure that the hooks are always in the same orientation. So this is facing up, and so is this. And I don't think I can just screw the hook in. The hot glue that I filled the tube with is just too flexible to allow a good grip for this thread here. However, if I heat it up, then while screwing it in, the hook will also melt the hot glue, and well, that will work just fine. Well, and that's it. Click, click. Click, click. As an added bonus, I marked both of the stabilizer bars in two spots with like an extra thick layer of this shrink wrap. It's basically doubled up here and here. And now I can use these double hose clips, put them on here and one here, and then use the other one in the exact opposite way. Here and here. And now I can put them in between the two doors, which isn't really stabilizing them anymore because of this parallelogram thing, but I can use it as like a shower rod or to dry clothes or whatever. I mean, why not? I haven't really decided yet how to store them while traveling, but it's not a huge deal. I can either leave them just hanging and perhaps fix them up here at the bottom so they don't swing around that much, or I can use these broomstick holders, whatever they are called, attach them somewhere in the inside of the van and then just clip them in. And there are a couple of places where I could put these: on the wall up there, or under the bed, or even next to the ladder on the exterior. But for now, I think the easiest option is just to put them under the mattress. Of course, there are several other ways to build these stabilizer bars. It can be as easy as a wooden dowel with those hooks screwed into either end, or like the PVC pipe that I was using as a template, or really any other material that is strong enough and is about, well, 40 inches long. I like aluminum because it's strong and lightweight, but it is probably the most expensive of all these options. I think all in all, with the rubber shrink tubing and the hooks and the aluminum itself, the whole thing cost about $50. Not bad, but still it can be done a lot cheaper. And really, that's all I had for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.